What up YouTube, Doomnyc here with another Deck Doctor video. I know I haven't done one of these in a while, so just trying to get back into it. This one is for Anytime99. I think this is like the second Deck Doctor I'm doing for him. It looks like a really fun deck. It's a Zaloog control build. So I fixed it up a little bit. Mind you, this build doesn't have any pot of dualities or solemn warning, so you know, I kind of had to get around those. So first off, 3 Zaloogs. I had to proxy one of them, but yeah, 3 of these guys. You guys know, basically you're gonna just attack with him to get the discard effect, so that's pretty good. So 3 of those. 2 Mystic Tomato, not 3 like what he has in his build. I think 2 is way better. You're not only going to use this to search Zaloog, you can use it to search other stuff, so that's why. And 2 is like pretty standard. Double Reaper, I really like Double Reaper. It's another discard effect, and it's a good stall tactic, and especially for this deck, like stalling out can really help you, you know, while you're waiting to draw this guy, Double Caius. Great card, really good for the deck. The deck runs a decent amount of darks, so you know Caius is always good. 1 Gale, not so much for the synchro power, but really for just halving the attack of monsters, especially big monsters. So Gale is, you know, really good in the deck. 1 Sanguine, surprisingly he didn't run Sanguine in the deck, and I don't know why you wouldn't run Sanguine. It can search out like more than half the monsters in the deck, and it can get you what you need at that time, so you gotta run 1 Sanguine. Here go the lights. Double Cyber Dragon. I don't want to run DD Warrior Lady, and there's a reason for that. It's because it gets removed from play, and I don't really want to remove my cards from play. I mean, I don't mind removing my opponent's stuff, but you'll see why in a sec. So double Cyber Dragon, double Thunder King. Surprisingly, he wasn't running Thunder King in his build, and it's supposed to be a control deck, so Thunder King is like really good. 1 Veiler, of course, you know, you gotta run Veiler, even if it wasn't control. 1 Veiler is still good. 1 Neospatian Grand Mole. I like this card a lot. Well, actually, to tell you the truth, I hate this card, but I like it in this deck. I hate it because it's just annoying, especially when I'm playing someone who's using it. This card can literally get rid of all your synchros, can get rid of like problem monsters, just so easy. Like stuff that you know you worked hard to put on the field, this guy can just get rid of. So it's really annoying, but really good for the deck. So you gotta play that. And I'm playing double Chaos Sorcerer, and you run lights and darks in the deck. The only exception is the Grand Mole. So you know, it's 19 monsters, and you do run a good amount of lights and darks. So Chaos Sorcerer is really good, and I like the fact you can just remove stuff, bring this on the field, remove 1, and then you can tribute it for Caius or something like that. So it's really, really good. Okay, those are the monsters. Let's go on to the spells. Spells, we got 1 Allure of Darkness. You run a ton of dark, so you gotta have some draw power. I like this. He's playing this in his deck, and you should definitely play it. 3 Shrinks. It works great with Zaloog because they think, oh, you know, it's got a 1400, you know, attack monster or whatever. And then of course you're attacking with Zaloog into their bigger monster, and they're like, what are you doing? Until you chain Shrink, and then they're like, oh, and then they have to discard a card. So that's a really good card. Rhoda, it's only searching one of your Zaloogs, but it's okay because Rhoda's only at 1. Book of Moon is just staple. Monster Reborn, Dark Hole, staples, and spell and trap removal. 2 MSTs and a Giant Trunade. He wasn't playing Giant Trunade, but this deck can go off, especially on plays where you are stalling out with a Spirit Reaper. You play Giant Trunade, and then you summon Zaloog, and then you give your opponent a -2. So that's really good play. That's why I definitely recommend Giant Trunade. Now for the traps. Double Bottomless. I like this, especially against like Hero Beatdown, even Samurai, Gravekeeper. Those are like the top decks. Bottomless Trap Hole still pretty good right now. And you know, if you're playing a deck that's like not, you know, you can't use this on, just side it out. So that's it. Double D Prison. He said he did want to put 2, but you gotta have to play this card right now in this format. D Prison is just too good. Mirror, Torrential. I play 1 Compulse, not 2 like how he had in his build. I took out the second one for a Dust Tornado. I think this card is way better because you know, you can set Tomato, set Dust Tornado, and then they attack your Tomato, and then if they have a back row, you can kill the back row and then put one of your other traps and then do some nice combos with that. So it's pretty good. 1/7 Tools, you know, it's just a good card, and 1 Solemn Judgment. Okay guys, so mind you, there is no Solemn Warnings or Pot of Dualities in the deck. Alright, now we're going to go into the extra deck. Android, Catastor, Bryonic, Armwing, because you know you're playing Gale, Ancient Fairy. It's just there. You can get this, you know, with Effect Veiler and like Caius or something. Armor Master is just good. Black Rose, Scrap Dragon, Dark End. A little harder to get Dark End, but you can still, you know, try to work things out. Like maybe with Gale and Cyber Dragon, you can do that play. Colossal, double Stardust, because negation is like the key to the deck. Double Chimera Tech, because you play double Cyber, and 1 Mistworm. You can take Mistworm out for like a Trishula, but being that this is like a budget kind of build, you don't, you know, Mistworm is the route you're gonna want to go. Okay, now for side deck, 1 Gores. He main deck Gores. I don't really like that, being that you play a lot of cards that you set, like all the traps, and then you play Book of Moon, you play Shrink, which more than likely you will set it, so because you catch your opponent off guard. You know, they see a Don Zaloog on the field, they're like, oh, let me just kill this monster, and then boom, you play Shrink, and they're like, uh-oh, not only did my monster die, I'm losing a card. So, you know, Gore's in the side deck. The Double Breaker, he was main decking this, but I think siding it in is a little bit better. You know, you can put it in against Samurai and stuff like that. Second Effect Veiler, you know, it's always good. Double Crow, because, you know, a lot of decks are going to be abusing the graveyard now. Double Duradark, and this card becomes especially useful now because the Gravekeeper matchup, like Gravekeepers are just overflowing right now. Double Duradark's really good. Puppet Plant, the Samurai matchup. Double Nobleman, you know, it's just good face downs. Shadow Imprisoning for Gravekeepers again. 1 Crevice, you know, Frog Monarch, and, you know, other things. And speaking of other things, 2 Chaos Trap Hole. And, you know, the reason why I play this is, 1, you can't, you know, you don't have Solemn Warnings, so this is kind of like a Solemn Warning, and you side this in when you're playing Fables, because guess what, guys, the best new deck is going to be Fables. Fables right now are broken. They're so good. I can't wait to put that deck up. Chaos Trap Hole is going to be the #1 side deck choice when you're playing Fables. It's just like Solemn Warning. You know, you pay 2,000 life points to negate the summon of a light or dark monster, and you know all the Fables are light monsters, so this is obviously going to work really good against them. And, you know, and a lot of people like don't think about this card. Like, it negates, you know, Battle Fader, Gores, you know, all those things. This card negates it, so it's really good. So if you don't have Solemn Warning, you know, obviously Chaos Trap Hole's great card to side deck. So Anytime99, that is your deck doctor build. I hope you like it. You know, everybody else, please rate, leave your comments down below, and until next time, YouTube, peace.